The topic that we have to work on today, right now, is, does trial separation really work? My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I'm very familiar with trial separations because I used to be a divorce mediator. And interestingly, you'll find this not amusing, but you'll find this insightful. A lot of the clients who came to me were referred to me by therapists who suggested a trial separation. It's true. And yet here they were with a divorce mediator. And what that told me, it wasn't hard for me to figure it out because I had a lot of these clients, is that the trial separation was, I hate to use the word gimmick, and I hate to use the word scam, but it wasn't honest. It wasn't. What happened was, and the therapists know this, that when you do a trial separation, what you're doing is you're doing a separation, and you're seeing how that goes. So there's nothing included in the phraseology that says separation to catch your breath so you could get back together. So a trial separation works if you want to be separated permanently. I never heard of anyone who got back together after a trial separation. So does it work? You know, I started to think that one of the couple wanted out. And so they said to the therapist privately, you know, I just can't stand my spouse anymore. I got to get out, but I don't want to break her heart or break his heart. How can we do this? And the therapist, you know, and they always act so cool, said, well, you know, what a lot of couples do is they try a trial separation, and it's like a wink and a nod, and that's how they come about. So here's the thing. If you're the one who's actually asking this question, chances are it's your spouse who is sort of coming up with the idea that they don't want to be with you anymore. But it doesn't work to bring your marriage back together. And it's terrible, especially if you have children. Trial separation causes so much stress for the kids. It's not a stress reliever because the kids do not do well when you separate. Many years ago, I was friends with a couple, and the wife was not happy with her husband, and she pulled me aside one day and said, hey, Paul, I really, I love David, let's use the word David, but it's not working out for me, but I'm concerned about, I don't want to mention the daughter's name because then, and what do you think I should do? And I said, well, what you really should do is wait until at least she goes off to college so that her environment isn't so disrupted, because otherwise her grades are going to plummet. She's going to have problems with her friends. She's going to be exposed to all sorts of temptation because both you and David are going to be busy, very busy, too busy to be a parent. She took my advice. And then I also said, look, read my book, Breaking the Cycle. At that time, that's all I had, was Breaking the Cycle and Lessons for a Happy Marriage. I said, read the book, see if it helps you a little. They're still together today. Now, that was like 10 years ago. Their kid is out of college now. Everything's going really well for them because what they did, instead of a trial separation, was they chose to work on their marriage, but not work on their marriage, because that is not how you heal your marriage. You don't heal your marriage by working on your marriage. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true, because there's only two of you in a marriage. So what you really have to work on in order for you to heal your marriage, is you have to work on yourself. Don't even worry about your partner. You just work on yourself. How? Okay, in their case, my book was enough. But if you're already talking about a trial separation, the book isn't enough. You got to get, depending on whether you're the husband or wife, the Course for Men or the Course for Women. You got to really learn about yourself, learn about what it is that you're not doing and what you are doing. Those are important, but I'm going to tell you, it's a secret to the world, but it's not a secret to us at the Marriage Foundation. And by the way, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. You know, just hit the subscribe button now, because our view on marriage is so different. What's the secret? It shouldn't be a secret. The secret is that habits are really hard to break. Is that a secret? No. But what does it mean in terms of healing your marriage? What it means is that if you're not able to change your thinking, change those habits of thought, those thought habits. In other words, the reactions that you have to different outer stimulation, or reactions that you have even to your own thoughts. If you don't change your very thinking, any changes that you might make will be temporary at best. Because habits are in layers. You know, you just have that surface layer, which the surface layer of habits is something happens, you have an automatic reaction to it, okay? It's like you see a kid walking next to the road, you automatically slow the car down. It's automatic. You don't even have to think about it. That's a surface reaction. That's a very good reaction. Underneath that surface are other habit thoughts, like the habit of being aware of children, the habit of being cautious, the habit of slowing down your car. There's all of these underneath habits. They come in layers. But the habit thoughts that you have that are hurting your marriage, that have to go, like the habit of reacting with anger. Maybe you have that. The habit of arguing over small things. The habit of being critical. Did you know you're never supposed to be critical in your marriage? I mean, never. The habit of giving a negative look, raising your voice. These are habits. You can't just be told, stop raising your voice. You can't just be told, stop being critical. It won't work. You have to change your thinking. And so in our courses for men and for women, the first thing that we work on, which nobody else does, are these habits. We work on the mind. You have to. There is no other way. Think about it. It's logical. And no one does. Now, the truth is, we should have been learning these things growing up. We should have been learning as we're kids that our mind is ours. It's a possession. And we're supposed to control it. We're supposed to control our inner reactions, not just our outer reactions. If we were learning that as kids, the world would be so different now. Instead, the world of Western psychology, which frankly has blown it, talks about honoring your emotions. You shouldn't be honoring your emotions. It's a mechanism within the mind. So in the courses, and this is not a pitch for the courses, I'm merely explaining. I explain very succinctly how the mind functions in a mechanical way, so that when you're watching your mind, which you're supposed to do constantly, you see the mechanics and you can stop what's happening. And you are then in control of yourself. And you're no longer a victim of your own mind. Okay, I'm sorry, I've strayed off topic a little bit. Let's go. I've been known to do that. But let's go back to the idea of a trial separation. What will happen if you do a trial separation? Let's talk about that. So right now, you're arguing. There's a lot of tension between you. And so somebody came up with the bright idea, if you disengage, it will relieve the tension. Sure it will. But you will be carrying your own tension with you. Both of you will still have to deal with your inner tension because that's a habit too. Whereas if you stay together and you decide as an individual, you don't have to make a pact with your spouse, but as an individual, you go, there is no way I'm going to argue at all anymore. He or she can say anything they want. I'm going to rise above it. The tension will then dissipate and you will be able to see each other and start developing the eyes of love, which is what you should have when you're married. The marriage that you have should be founded on love. These things that you argue about, these things you have disagreements about, these petty differences don't really matter. They're not supposed to matter. You didn't get married to have a business. You got married to learn how to express love, to feel happiness. So, bottom line, if you separate, the tension moves with either of you. It comes out in different ways. There will be this image in your mind of relief that you don't have to deal with this, you don't have to deal with that, which is true, but does it help you? You know, we grow by facing our challenges head on and dealing with our challenges. And in this case, the challenge isn't your husband or wife. The challenge is your own mind. 100% of the time, I promise you. 100% of the time. And we've been around for 20 years plus, helping people, individuals, helping couples. They all have this wonderful experience of evolution. We're human beings. We are supposed to evolve. Don't do it. That's the bottom line. Don't do a trial separation. Instead, work on yourself with the intent of working on your marriage. And get the blessings that a marriage is supposed to deliver. Ever increasing happiness, ever expanding love. You're not going to get that in a trial separation. All right. Whew. Good topic, huh? Like this video if you like it. Leave a comment if you will. Share it if you want to. I think this was a great topic. And thank you for spending time with me. And go to themarriagefoundation.org. Go to the website. See what we have. I think you will find that you've been looking at your marriage the wrong way. It can be healed. It can be turned into something magnificent, which is what it was supposed to be from the start. God bless and take care. Thank you.